Hi, I'm Andrea Hoffman, respiratory therapist with Rochester Oxygen and CPAP. Today we're going to go over how to adjust the humidification on the AirSense 10 and why you may do that. So the first thing I need to do is plug in my heated hose. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. My little guy on here needs to go into the back, so I'm just going to plug that in. And you can see now that the machine recognizes that that tubing is connected. So on the front of our screen here we have my options. You can see it's highlighted. To get into that menu, we're going to press this button. To maneuver through the menu, I'm going to turn my knob here, or my button, and highlight climate control. So that's where we want to go. That's what we want to talk about right now. So climate control is how warm is the humidification and how much heat is being delivered to you. When it says auto, it means that the machine is adjusting on its own and targeting a relative humidity of 85%. So that's usually where we start all our patients in auto, get them home in their own environment and see how it works for them. If you start to experience any dryness symptoms, so it can be congestion, burning, bloody nose, sneezing, runny nose, dry mouth or sore throat, those are all signs of dryness and you would want to increase humidification. So I always tell anybody, my patients, anything in the upper airway region, having any kind of symptoms, adjust humidification. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to, now that we have climate control highlighted, we're going to click our button. We're going to dial down to manual, and we're going to click our button again. Now that we're in the manual mode, you can see that your humidity level and tube temperature both have numbers, and the defaults are 4 and 81. So in order to increase humidification, we have to increase these numbers. So I'm going to click my button. I'm going to dial in 5. I'm going to click my button again. I'm going to come up here to tube temp and do the same thing. Go up to 82 and click my button again. So now we've increased the humidification. We would wear it that night, see what happens. Next day you're still dry, you do it again. 6, 83. So the reasoning that we're increasing our tube temp along with our humidity level is because the airflow, so this is how hot where the humidity is, so how warm it gets right here. And then what the tube temp purpose is to maintain the temperature throughout the whole system. So this is a 6-foot hose. If the airflow cools off on the way to you at the end here, you're going to get condensation. And that's going to slosh around in your tubing and potentially splash you in the face, which is no fun when you're trying to sleep at night. So that is the reasoning we increase tube temperature. So it's very important as you're increasing your humidity level that you always increase your tube temp. So say humidity level of 6 is working great, you feel that the humidification level is perfect for you, you're not having dryness symptoms, but yet you're still having condensation. Just increase the tube temp then. So maybe your room is very cold. Maybe you have a fan blowing on you. Whatever the reason, the airflow is still cooling off on the way to you. So you need to make sure you're just then increasing the tube temp. So that should eliminate the condensation for you. So the opposite side, summertime, you feel like the flow of air coming to you is too warm. You come in here and you start to decrease your numbers. So remember the defaults on here were 4 and 81. So if you're having too much humidification, you just start to turn those guys down. So 3 and maybe 79. When you're decreasing the humidity levels, the tube temp is not as important because obviously it's not getting as warm here, so your chance for condensation is a lot less. So hopefully that helps you understand how to adjust the humidification on the AirSense 10. Thank you for joining us.